I truly am at a loss for words as I make this video addressed to Sihle. This video serves as a sincere apology and an acknowledgement of my inexcusable behavior. As some of you might have seen, the other day Sihle made a video in response to my response to her video. And one of the key takeaways from her video is that I need to acknowledge my bad character. She said that it doesn't matter how intelligent or factually correct you are, one thing that matters in this world is your character, and that your character will be the thing that takes you far. Many of her followers and supporters shared in that sentiment, a lot of them coming onto my own page urging me to self-introspect, and I took their advice. After spending 2 days in silence, no social media, no posting, not really engaging in anything that wasn't my reflection, I gave myself a hard, long look in the mirror. I sat with myself and really assessed the severity of my actions, really assessed the kind of legacy I am leaving behind in this world, what kind of impact my words have on others, what I truly will be remembered for. And after careful consideration, I concluded that I simply don't give a shit. Oh my gosh, I wouldn't have survived a day in after. Oh my god. I don't know how y'all do it, man. I struggle to take the very uncritical analysis of who I am as a person and my content, not because I think I'm this untouchable villain living in the Tower of Terror, but because it always comes down to a few things. One, I use big English words that no one understands. Two, I'm gay. But now recently finding out that my character is as bad as Sihle's pronunciation of misogyny.
Internalized misogyny.
What I don't think Sihle realizes is that the two of us have built very different platforms, catering to very different audiences for very different reasons. You know, when it comes to birds, we are spoiled for choice. And this is what I hate about exceptionalism. Oh my god, sorry guys. I just used a big English word that no one understands. Oh my gosh, the dictionaries literally hate to see me coming. The people that were responsible for the grades English average being down every year are so triggered by me. They hate it. I just upset everyone whose vocabulary was developed in Sihle's comment section. But I digress. Exceptionalism is the reason why people think that their stupidity makes them unusual or extraordinary, when in actual fact, you're not the exception, you're the rule. Majority of South African men hate women. Majority of South African women hate themselves. Majority of South African women hate other women. I mean, gay South African men are also capable of being misogynists. And intelligence wouldn't be treated as a rarity, a unique and special trait to have, if it was the rule. And even without admiration of intelligence, it's still stupidity that gets rewarded. Stupidity is put on a pedestal, and stupidity is the most sellable. It is great for generating traffic. You literally act as a mirror for these people. You are proof that their loserness has benefit and reward. You embody their low self-esteem. You are proof that instead of reconciling your poor self-image with a therapist, expanding your ways of thinking by picking up a fucking book, you can be canonized as the patron saint of incel culture. Hail Sihle, full of misogyny. The incels are with you. Blessed art thou amongst Andrew Tate, and blessed is the fruit of Pearl Davis's womb. And I don't know if this is intentional or not, but you've literally built a personality cult. But Modisa, your sheep can't even critically engage with anything that you say. You know, I did you a favor. Every time I've stitched your videos, I've had very specific points that I've disagreed with and given very specific reasons as to why I disagreed with them. The very first video of yours I stitched where you, mama character, villainized a 16-year-old. You have spoken at lengths about stupid feminists. I disagreed with you, and I gave you reasons on why feminism has improved the quality of your life and many women's lives. When you spoke about influencers being role models, I disagreed by speaking about the failures of modern day parenting. And most recently, the video that caused you to give the internet a detailed character analysis of Lethabo Maloke, it was because I disagreed with your point about materialism being the root cause of GBV. I get the whole point of your video was to speak about root causes, and all I did was simply share research, statistics, that prove, research done by men, statistics, by the way, that have been made available to you, to me, by the government, have proven that the victims themselves are never in the equation of the root cause. It's all based on the socialization of the perpetrator, mental state of the perpetrator, how the perpetrator has interacted with women in his environment. It all comes down to the perpetrator. And what's so funny is that right at the beginning of your video, you say that when you see things, some of them you will agree with. If you don't agree with it, you make a video bringing in your own perspective. So guess what, babes? On Monday, I saw your video and I did this thing where I brought in my perspective. You are so deeply narcissistic, you can't see that the things you critique in other people are the things that you profit off from the most. This idea, and you saying that I've built an audience purely from stitching people and bringing other people down, is quite hilarious, considering the fact that you've built a platform off of the misfortunes of South African women and being a glorified gossip page. You are literally Musa Khawula's worst nightmare. The only one worse than him. Scrolling through the shade room and scrolling through your profile gives me the same energy. Degraded yourself and turned into a hot topic, clout-addicted patriarchy princess. And if I ever needed proof that you are in fact a rage bait, it's how I come across most of your videos. When you first used to appear on my FYP, as I mentioned in my other video, you seem like a woman with nuance, with depth, with understanding. When you started doing jumping jacks on the D's, or gout-bearing, men with receding hairline, erectile dysfunction, daddy issues, emotional capacity of a skunk, I started seeing your videos from other rage baiters on Twitter. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but a lot of the time when your videos hit Twitter, it's from blue check accounts who are popular for being rage baiters, who are strange for change. Rage baiter recognizes rage baiter. The losers see the loser in you too, and they're singing Kumbaya, holding hands, and giving it honor. Your sorry excuse for controversy proves my point. Like really, the sorry excuse for controversy really is effective. You need a quick coin. You saying it's either Lethabo or nothing is quite ridiculous, considering that the videos of yours specifically that I've stitched are what I believe issues that do not have gray areas. When it comes to GBV, sexual assault, grooming, there is no gray area. And if I am an egomaniac, and if me thinking that these issues are either wrong or right, that makes me an egotistical maniac, then let me be an egotistical maniac. And it's also funny that you've only ever had smoke for Nonhlanhla and I, people who are allegedly 10 years younger than you. Your age mates stitch your videos up and down, but you do know that you don't have an upper hand with them, because with me you can say that I'm younger, my brain still needs to develop, I still need more character development, I still need more time. But if we've learned anything from you, Sihle, is that age does not equal maturity. But some people's time on earth has been spent farting. Just a month ago, you said Nonhlanhla is the only person worth getting a response from you. And now I suddenly am worthy to. What have I done to be given time by the Ice Queen? I wonder what I've done. And you literally used the same script you used on her on me. You said though that you used to like Nonhlanhla, but then you realized she had bad character when she started stitching your videos to disagree with you. So since when is our moral code informed by uSihle? Since when do we measure how good or bad someone is based on how much some headboard TikTok lady likes them? Why does everything boil down to competition with you? If baddies are motivated by competition, Mamang is motivated by competing with aesthetic, and now you're saying I'm competing with you. With all of the self-degradation that you do on the internet, I expect you to be famous. I expect you to have more followers than me. And the way this clout is so unfulfilling for you, you don't even realize that majority of the people who comment on the videos of yours that I've stitched have been in your favor. In fact, I stand to gain nothing from stitching your videos. Actually, social suicide. Every time I've stitched your video, I've been called every slur under the sun. I think that someone who has more than 100,000 followers than I do wouldn't be so intimidated by Istabani with a bad attitude. But here you are flooded with support on a daily basis. Her video was addressed to Lethabo and friends. The next one will be to Sihle's friends. And also she said this is a battle of the intellectuals. When are the intellectuals getting here?